Welcome to 30-question World Landmarks quiz. Which telescope orbits Earth and has revealed deep space wonders? Hubble Space Telescope, launched in 1990, still operational. Which orbiting lab is home to astronauts from many nations? International Space Station travels at 28,000 kilometers per hour. Where did humans first land on the moon in 1969? Apollo 11 lunar module Eagle landed in Mare Tranquillitatis. Which spacecraft explored Jupiter and Saturn before entering interstellar space? Voyager 1 launched 1977, now over 14 billion miles away. What massive rocket carried Apollo astronauts to the moon? Saturn V, 111 meters tall, the most powerful rocket ever flown. Which Martian rover snapped stunning panoramas and discovered ancient water signs? Curiosity landed 2012, still climbing Mount Sharp. What famous observatory in Puerto Rico collapsed in 2020? Arecibo Observatory, 305-meter dish featured in movies. Which reusable spacecraft revolutionized space travel with 135 missions? Space Shuttle Orbiter, 30 years of service, 355 astronauts carried. What private company's Starship aims to take humans to Mars? SpaceX Starship, fully reusable, largest spacecraft ever built. Which Kazakh launch site has sent humans to orbit since 1961? Baikonur Cosmodrome, site of Sputnik and Vostok launches. Which Iron Lattice Tower in Paris was built for the 1889 World's Fair? Eiffel Tower, originally criticized, now iconic. What ancient Chinese fortification stretches over 13,000 miles? Great Wall of China, visible from space. Myth, but amazing. Which Inca citadel sits high in the Andes above the Urubamba River? Machu Picchu, built around 1450, rediscovered in 1911. What white marble mausoleum in India was built by Shah Jahan? Taj Mahal took 20,000 workers and 22 years to complete. Which ancient Roman amphitheater could host 50,000 spectators? Colosseum, used for gladiator contests and public spectacles. What rose-red city in Jordan was carved into sandstone cliffs? Petra, also called the Rose City for its stone color. Which giant statue of Jesus overlooks Rio de Janeiro? Christ the Redeemer, 98 feet tall, completed in 1931. What ancient Egyptian tombs near Cairo are the last surviving wonder? Pyramids of Giza, built around 2560 BC, over 4,500 years old. Which prehistoric monument in England consists of giant standing stones? Stonehenge, built 5,000 years ago, purpose still debated. What iconic Australian opera house has a sailing-like roof? Sydney Opera House opened in 1973, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Which landmark was a gift from France in 1886? Statue of Liberty stands on Liberty Island in New York Harbor. Which tower began tilting during construction in the 12th century? Leaning Tower of Pisa, its tilt was caused by unstable soil. What is the largest religious monument in the world, built in the 12th century? Angkor Wat, a massive Hindu temple complex in Cambodia. Which Maya city features the pyramid El Castillo, aligned with the equinox? Chichen Itza, a UNESCO site on Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. Which basilica in Barcelona remains unfinished since 1882? Sagrada Familia, Antoni Gaudi's masterpiece, still under construction. Which tower in Toronto is the tallest freestanding structure in the Western Hemisphere? CN Tower at 553 meters, it defines Toronto's skyline. What is the tallest building in the world, standing 828 meters? Burj Khalifa, Dubai's iconic skyscraper, opened in 2010. Which mountain carving features 4 U.S. presidents and was completed in 1941? Mount Rushmore, carved by Gutzon Borglum in South Dakota. Which bridge in San Francisco opened in 1937 and is an engineering marvel? Golden Gate Bridge. Its orange color was chosen to contrast with the fog. Which London landmark is actually the name of its big bell? Big Ben, the bell inside the Elizabeth Tower at the Houses of Parliament. Thanks for playing. How many did you get right?